Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to be glazing the next layer of paint onto this painting. It is finally dry. It's probably been about a week and I probably let it go a little bit longer than it needed to, but better drier than slightly wet. So let's get into the next coat. I thought I'd talk a little bit more about my process today. So just looking at my reference doodle that I have here, I need this atom down here to end up being red. So I'm gonna leave that today. 4 atoms that are going to end up being blue. In the last video, after I did this coat of red, I went back with a towel and removed a little bit of the red paint on those 4 atoms. They're a little bit less red than the other ones. And then this atom over here is going to end up being yellow. The other atoms are all going to be black. So I want these colors to be really deep and vibrant and have layers. For the 4 blue atoms, I want to do purple, but it is a very dark color. So we're going to do some tests first and see how dark the purple is and how much it covers the undercoat, because I don't want it to completely annihilate all the layers. So what I did here is I poured out a little bit of my yellow, green, and purple. I'm using dioxazine purple, emerald green, and cadmium yellow medium. Just as a refresher, I'm using cadmium red medium and ultramarine blue. Some of the paint had dried, so I took the purple and tested it over the red, the green and tested it over the red, and then tested the yellow over the blue. And so I was just looking at the painting and kind of trying to decide what I want to do next. And what I'm thinking is, for the atoms that are going to be black, I'm gonna have to layer and layer and layer to get to the point where I'm pretty much black. And so what I'm thinking for those is I'm gonna do green next to contrast the red, and then after the green dries, I'm gonna do purple on top of that. Or at least that's what I'm thinking right now. That might change. I'm trying to figure out what my very last color is going to be, and I'm thinking if I do the purple as like the final color or blue as the final color, because I don't want green. This green is very intense, but the blue and the purple are much deeper, darker colors. So I want one of those to be my last layer. So I'm gonna do green next. From there, I'll do either blue or purple or both, depending on whether one of them is enough. And then for the blue atoms, I'm going to do purple now as well, because I don't want it to exclusively be blue and red and then blue. I want to have a little bit more depth to those colors, and then their final color will be blue. For the yellow atom, I'm going to do a coat of purple now on this one, so that way the purple will be a good shadow base for the yellow color. And I might have to do 2 coats of yellow in order to negate some of the intense purple color, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Since I have the blue underpainting for the hydrogen atoms, I think I'm going to layer purple over the blue to give it a little bit more warmth, because, you know, purple obviously has blue and red in it, so the red will bring a little bit of warmth to those atoms. So it might be a mistake. So we're just gonna try it and see what happens. And I realized that I can mix colors and make it more customized that way, which I might end up doing for the blue to make it stand out a little bit more from the black atoms. I just like to use pure color straight from the tube because I like the look of that. So, but yeah, I'm just explaining the process a little bit so you can kind of get a gauge of how I decide on my layering and how I do the glazing. So yeah.